Welcome to Tzu Chi This week. I'm Terry Poots. Good to have you with us. Coming up in this week's top stories, Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers bring necessities for illegal Indonesian immigrants who survive a shipwreck. In Indonesia, the staff of the local Daai TV joined TIMA's free clinic on Pulau Harapan, the island of hope, to personally experience selfless giving. In Haiti, Tzu Chi volunteers organized this year's first rice distribution at a kindergarten in Sun City, Port-au-Prince, helping some 800 households. First up in Indonesia, on June 18th, a boat carrying 97 illegal Indonesian immigrants sank as it headed towards Indonesia. As we went to air, 63 people were saved, while 11 have died and 23 remain missing. Tzu Chi volunteers from the Klang branch have brought blankets and necessities for survivors held at a detention center. At 1 a.m. on June 18th, a boat carrying 97 illegal Indonesian immigrants sank as it left the west coast of Malaysia. It is believed that the passengers were heading home in celebration of Ramadan. Over 100 Malaysian policemen and rescuers soon arrived to scour the area for survivors. Tzu Chi volunteers from the Klang branch, which is 42 kilometers away from the scene, also mobilized to assist and brought blankets and necessities for the survivors held at the detention center.
We gave them blankets and some daily necessities, including towels, toothpaste, toothbrush, bread, and bottled water.
2 Tzu Chi volunteers were allowed to join the Indonesian ambassador to visit the survivors at the detention center.
When I asked one young man if he was okay, he immediately broke into tears. He said he misses home and just wants to go home.
Volunteers formed a human chain to deliver the supplies into the detention center. The Indonesian ambassador is also there to help and extends his thanks to Tzu Chi.
I'm very touched because the Tzu Chi Foundation is helping our citizens.
Other than caring for survivors, Tzu Chi volunteers offer their support to the rescuers too and ready themselves for future assistance. After numerous collaborations over the years, Tzu Chi has forged a strong bond with the Indonesia Armed Forces. This has drawn the interest of the British Army, where representatives recently visited the Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter to learn how to work together with NGOs when carrying out disaster relief.
Representatives of the British Army have made a special visit to the Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter to learn about the collaboration between the NGO and TNI. The friendship began back in 2002 when Jakarta experienced severe flooding. It was then that Tzu Chi and the Indonesian Armed Forces teamed up to clean up Angke River. Witnessing the selfless teamwork moves the English visitors.
How it's responded to flooding in the and how they, with lots of volunteers and working with the TNI, the Indonesian Army and government departments, they've managed to clean up this river and made it a much more beautiful place to actually live. So it's been really, really interesting and very helpful.
The Tzu Chi Foundation is a humanitarian organization. From the volunteers, we learned about helping one another and giving selflessly and earnestly.
Disaster relief requires manpower and funds. Thus, the volunteers introduced Tzu Chi's bamboo coin banks to help the visitors understand that anyone has the capacity to give. In turn, the English visitors have adopted their own coin banks. The British Army representatives say they have learned a valuable lesson today and will bring back the spirit of volunteerism to England.
Typically, reporters take on the role of observers and do not get involved with whatever is going on. However, in Indonesia, the staff of the local Daai TV decided to get involved by volunteering at TIMA's free clinic on Pulau Harapan, the island of hope, to experience selfless giving.
Riding the waves, this TIMA team is heading towards the island of hope. Situated north of the Indonesian capital of Jakarta, Pulau Harapan is about 2 hours away by boat. Most of islanders fish for a living, while medical resources are scarce here.
We are on an island surrounded by sea, so about 75% of our residents are fishermen.
Besides TIMA members, the team is made of Tzu Chi volunteers and even staff of Indonesia Daai TV.
Before, because of a typhoon, we came here to do a report. After that experience, we looked forward to bonding with the island. So this time I joined my colleagues and came to the island to help with the free clinic.
Though the weather did not cooperate, the rain could not interrupt the free clinic and stop medical staff from tending to those in need.
I am very glad to be able to attend the free clinic. Others told me that we don't have to pay, so I thought I'd come over and get a checkup.
From a reporter to a benefactor is a whole new experience for many.
This is a whole new experience for me because in the past I simply reported on the free clinic, but this time I am the one helping out. Though I do get tired from the work, I am very happy inside as I have offered others my assistance.
Through volunteering, the Indonesia Daai TV staff understands the meaning of selfless giving and leave behind an unforgettable memory of Harapan's residents.
Next, we go to Indonesia's Biak Island to meet 30-year-old nurse Vina, who has learned the joy of selfless giving since walking the Tzu Chi path.
This is Vina, who is a nurse at a community health center on Biak Island. Every day, other than working and spending time with her family, Vina also watches Daai TV. However, 2 years ago, she was given a new mission in life.
My friends are members of Indonesia TIMA, and they know that I am a nurse. Whenever there is a free clinic, they'll ask me to join them. I will help patients stitch up their wounds.
At an ophthalmology free clinic, TIMA doctors help cataract patients regain their vision, while Vina assists doctors wherever needed. Vina says being able to use her expertise to help those in greater need is the best thing that has happened in her life. However, she never thought that walking the Tzu Chi path could also expand her horizons.
I remembered a care recipient that was living in an unsanitary environment. She couldn't take care of herself, so she had not showered for a long time. During our first home visitation, we didn't even wear gloves.
I have never participated in Tzu Chi's events, so I don't know much about their organization. I just know that since joining Tzu Chi, my daughter has gained tremendous joy.
Despite having to juggle work, the free clinics and home visitations, Vina doesn't feel tired at all and even vows to do more charitable deeds in the future.
I hope to help those in greater need not just through free clinics, but in my daily life.
Thanks to Tzu Chi, Vina has discovered the joy of selfless giving and continues to inspire more youngsters to follow suit.
Although it has been 4 years since the 2010 Haiti earthquake, Tzu Chi's care continues. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers held this year's first rice distribution at a kindergarten in Sun City, Port-au-Prince, helping some 800 households.
Sun City in Port-au-Prince is one of the biggest slums in the Northern Hemisphere. Most residents live in houses built with rusty corrugated iron sheets set on tops of mountains of garbage. It is estimated that approximately 200,000 to 400,000 residents live in the area, with only 2 government schools nearby. A local Catholic church has established a kindergarten to give impoverished children a chance at an education.
Education at this school is free. Kindergarteners not only receive uniforms, but also a free breakfast and lunch.
Today, a group of familiar faces are here at the school. The blue and white clad angels has arrived with bags of rice from Taiwan.
We have 40 volunteers ready to distribute the rice to all the people in the school here.
It is not the first time they are making distribution, and the people are always happy of this organization.
At this distribution, a total of 1,600 bags of rice will be handed out to 800 underprivileged families. Prior to the distribution, everyone waits patiently and sings the national anthem of Haiti.
This love and care is from Tzu Chi Foundation's Master Zheng Yan and Tzu Chi volunteers from around the globe.
To speed up the distribution, volunteers form a human chain to pass on the bags of rice to recipients. For those that are pregnant or with children, Tzu Chi volunteers, including media volunteers, put their tasks aside to help them carry their rice home. Thanks to Tzu Chi's rice distribution, smiles are now to be found everywhere.
We stay in Haiti, but take a look at how US and Canada Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized to prepare for this year's rice distribution.
At Haiti's Pulau Harapan, despite the scorching sun, Tzu Chi volunteers from the United States and Canada, along with local residents, are preparing for this year's rice distributions.
All these children are helping us regardless of the hot weather and even without access to water. They are very happy to contribute their love. We are truly grateful.
Today's weather is very hot. I will try my best to help out at Tzu Chi's rice distribution.
Make it for Tzu Chi.
Although it has been 4 years since the 2010 Haiti earthquake, the volunteer support for local residents continues. Other than rebuilding schools, last year rice from Taiwan was given to some 8,000 families. To further the assistance, 240 tons of rice will be handed out this year.
This is the poorest slum in Port-au-Prince. I think it is probably one of the poorest places in the world.
It's a very good idea giving rice to the people because they are very poor and they need our help.
Besides preparing for the upcoming rice distributions, Tzu Chi volunteers also visit the construction site of the Central Pre-Scolaire Carmen René de Rocher. The volunteers hope the construction can be completed by the end of this year.
It has been more than 4 years since we first started the construction, and yet these children are still studying in prefect classrooms. Mr. Zheng Yan is extremely worried and reminded us to speed up the construction.
Next month, Tzu Chi volunteers will also be holding free clinics in Haiti. Thus, the volunteers visit the local health bureau to better prepare for the upcoming event.
On June 14th, Hong Kong Tzu Chi volunteers organized a charity concert at the Queen Elizabeth Stadium in Wan Chai to acknowledge the contribution of those who served with Tzu Chi. Among the onstage volunteers was 8-year-old Lin Yizhen, whose commitment was a source of inspiration for everyone.
At a charity performance organized by the Tzu Chi Hong Kong chapter, volunteers put on a sign language performance that echoed Venerable Jianzhen's unwavering determination and resolve.
I think that Venerable Jianzhen has such strong determination. I want to take after his positive attitude towards life.
Volunteers invited the homeless to periodically visit to the event. Among them was Mr. Shi, who immersed himself in the atmosphere of the concert.
I feel really great to be able to contribute a little of my strength for our planet. I'm very happy.
Having just celebrated her birthday last month, Ming Ming was also among the audience at the concert. Drawn to the volunteer sign language performance, Ming Ming was inspired to learn herself. To allow the some 300 volunteers working on the front lines and behind the scenes to adequately prepare for the concert, kitchen volunteers at the Jingsi Hall thoughtfully ensured that all meals were taken care of. Although 8-year-old Ling Yizhen doesn't know the meaning to all the words as she signs along with the adults, she radiates warmth and charm. She has also memorized all the lyrics of the sign language song.
I want to help the masters spread Buddhism.
To fulfill her dream of performing alongside the volunteers, Yizhen's weekends are now busier than her weekdays. After a string of extramural activities in the morning and afternoon, Yizhen then heads to the Wanjia Liaison Office for sign language rehearsals thereafter.
She's got exams coming up and has been busy with rehearsals. She's had quite a busy day, but she manages to find happiness within.
Despite encountering several obstacles, from not having enough manpower to people dropping out, the dedication shown by performers over the past month deeply moved sign language coordinator Chu Su-zhen.
Venerable Jianzhen never got discouraged, and just now I could see everyone really embodied that spirit. I am really touched.
Each rehearsal brings the cast one step closer to fulfilling their dreams. Chu believes where there is a will, there is a way, and their vow to promote Buddhism will soon be realized.
Many sisters don't come to Tzu Chi events because of family commitments, so we wanted to take this opportunity for everyone to come together and actualize this wonderful dream.
Next, we meet 54 on-stage volunteers who performed in Hong Kong's charity concerts to see how they showed their commitment during a period of rehearsals. The enactment of the sailing of the Dharma ship communicates the volunteer spirit of commitment. During one rehearsal, on-stage volunteer Li Zijian dislocated his hand, only to return to practice as soon as he was better.
If I don't join the other volunteers in their practice, it will be harder to follow along later, as I will be unfamiliar with their movements as a whole.
Another volunteer, Zhang Zhihua, hurt his knee several years ago. However, he still chose to play a role that requires him to kneel and bend constantly. To ready himself for the role, Zhang started to walking up and down stairs as exercise.
As long as you are well prepared, you will succeed no matter what difficulties you encounter.
Brother Zhang Zhihua, like the other volunteers, hoped to reflect the spirit embedded in the story with his performance. It doesn't have to be the role of Venerable Jianzhen.
Volunteers left personal difficulties behind to focus on rehearsals that included Feng Jiaqiang, who despite being busy at his work and with his family, still found time to volunteer.
Venerable Jianzhen insisted on fulfilling his obligations. His commitment and perseverance is something we need to learn from.
When Feng's marriage was in trouble, he found spiritual support in Jin's aphorisms, which he now wants to introduce to more people. While 80-year-old Chen Xinhua, who is playing the role of Venerable Jianzhen, shaved his head as part of his commitment to the role.
In this performance, both Venerable Jianzhen and the Dharma ship needs to be presented in a dignified way.
Standing in front of the Dharma ship, Li Lintai takes the lead in guiding the other team members.
We are truly blessed. Over 1,000 years ago, Venerable Jianzhen showed an iron determination to pass on the Dharma. Today, we have a rare opportunity to show his spirit once again. All of us volunteers are very touched to be part of this.
Aligning themselves with Venerable Jianzhen's spirit, the onstage volunteers completed their performance on a perfect note. In Taiwan, Keelung Tzu Chi volunteers arranged for 56 trainees to visit the elderly at a nursing home in Wanli of New Taipei City. Students from Jinshan High School and Shimen Elementary also joined them to show their love to the seniors there. Situated among the beautiful mountain and ocean, Wanli's Renai Senior Citizens Home is receiving Tzu Chi volunteers today. Enjoying himself thoroughly, even without a musical accompaniment, Grandpa Li still serenades everyone with a beautiful Japanese song. Retired Principal Chen Wanchen patiently chats with bedridden seniors. Chen has yet to miss a visit since forming an affinity with the Tzu Chi volunteers and the Renai Senior Citizens Home 3 years ago.
I personally enjoy music, so using a medium I enjoy to bring joy to another is like killing two birds with one stone. They are happy and so are we.
Keelung Tzu Chi volunteers actually started regularly visiting Wanli's Renai Senior Citizens Home in 2004. This month, there are many new faces among the volunteers, with many of those currently in training for their Tzu Chi volunteer certification.
Putting on our Tzu Chi face cream, a smile, while we visit the seniors can help to open up their hearts. It is our greatest reward and happiness to see them smile back at us.
Treating the seniors just like their own parents, some are quick to give massages, while others shoot the breeze. A mini concert was provided by students from Jinshan High School and Shimen Elementary, who also joined today's event.
Now that I'm a teacher, I feel I have an obligation to lead my students into this practice as well. At school, they do not have the opportunity to experience selfless giving. This is not something you can learn in a classroom or through books.
Chatting with the seniors and seeing their smiles, the students are rewarded with a sense of accomplishment, and at the end of the visit, a vow to pay a return visit when the next opportunity arises. We go to China at the end of our show. Since September 2012, Tzu Chi has been offering scholarships to help students of the Tianjin School in Kunshan, Jiangsu. Showing the spirit of compassion that they have learned from Tzu Chi, the scholarship recipients recently initiated a fundraising campaign for one of their classmates who was injured by high voltage power lines. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching Tzu Chi this week. Goodbye.